And hello, everybody. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Hello, everybody on the book that is Face. Hello, replay watchers. Okay, I'm looking at two different screens. I have my secondary device going over here. We're on two different timelines. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, here we are. Oh, hello there, Gay. How are you, my sweet? Miss you. Miss your vibe. Speaking of Earth Mama, Earth energy, you got it going on with that. So as you can see, hopefully you can hear me. I have a new, yeah, you can. It says that you can hear me over here. I have a new mic. Super happy about that. Pretty good quality. Hopefully it sounds as good as my Blue Yeti. I've got some lights happening. Oh, that kind of kills the mood, doesn't it? We'll go back. Yeah. So if you haven't met me before, hello. Hello, hello. My name is Christine Blossom Marguerite. You have found me and Love Evolve Energy, aligned light on one of a couple of different platforms, or perhaps you're multi-platforming. I could be on Facebook, on the Soulful Connections private group page. You could be, I mean, I am there. You could be watching me. Actually, I should check that. Oh, does it sound good? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, Gay. So glad. I'll give you all the deets for this. I could be also on my Love Evolve Energy Facebook business page, or you could be seeing me on YouTube. I used to stream on YouTube a couple of different places. But instead of being in the YouTube group Evolve Within Love, I'm just in my meditation thing. I usually do the group. I feel like I should change that. I wonder if I can change that midstream. I'll figure that out in a hot second. And if that's true, then anybody who's with me on my private Facebook page, my private YouTube channel won't be seeing me. Most of you know I'm an energy geek. I used to have a show, and I still sometimes broadcast Energy Geek Speak on the YouTube channel. I am, like most of us, on the other side of stuff and things. And as most of you can feel, there's a lot of energy happening. And so I come to you tonight looking through the lens of awakening the body, Deva. So what does that mean? The consciousness of the body. So if you've been with me all these weeks, then you know what that is. The knowing of the body that has a language of its own that often speaks to us through sensation and emotion. The element that we are using as the other lens is the element of earth, of richness, of fullness, of abundance, of Gaia, Gaiam, Gaia. Speaking of, Kathy Sue, hello there, my love. Gaia Mama in the house. Oh my goodness, I have all my Earth Mamas with me, so that makes me feel even more slow and mellow and rich and in the feels. Feeling it. It's so interesting as I do these. Before I tell that story, let me just clue everybody in. If you're new to me, hi. If you're watching on replay, hi. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Do you like my lava lamp background? So into that. This is how it goes down, people. This is how it goes down. I say hi. I introduce myself just a little bit. And then I sort of shoot the poop with some of the people that show up. So there's a little bit of a warm up. This is after your 5-minute dance break warm up with the music, which I love. I love that music. I love that song. It felt like that sort of thick, rich, earthy sound to me. And then we get into it. There's no readings tonight. There's my other Earth Mama, Miss Claire Frazee. Hi. Hi, beautiful. So that's how it rolls with this live stream. We're introducing what we will be unpacking in terms of a group energy experience on Wednesday night. It's not tomorrow night, it's Wednesday night. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. So same bat time, same bat channel, the Zoom. And if you register, you sign up. Depending where you are on Facebook, you'll have all the links. um, but it's the website. It's what's scrolling across the bottom here. I finally learned how to do the ticker tape thing here. So tonight we're just going to begin to move into the feels of the heart, the body, and a little bit of the mind we're introducing here because I'm throwing out concepts for you to dive into, for you to feel, for you to reflect upon. And then towards the end, I answer questions. So that's how it is. We end up going about an hour, sometimes a little bit less. Rarely do we go longer. Indeed, quite a bit of dirt here. So I've got my earth colors on, all my tans and my browns and my greens, and feeling the earth and the upside down triangle. How do I do that like that? The earth symbol, if you're doing an alchemist's wheel. Symbolically, we're looking at different things here. I really want to take my list out, but let's see what arises. And already I can feel that, most of you know I'm a water sign in the house. And so when the water comes to the earth, to the dirt, there's this lugubrious kind of flow, really thick and slow. Water and earth. Whew. Carrie Duen, oh my goodness, what time is it for you, my sweet? What time is it for you? We're talking earth here, talking earth. A few more announcements before I go into the fullness of it. Pretty soon, I will be going up on a regular live. I'm going to move back into oh, same for me, baby. Same for me. I'm gonna, for some reason, I thought you had a different time zone, ridiculously so, but I guess not. I'm gonna be returning to the screen, doing live gallery style readings, energy readings. I have my tons of cards, my decks of cards. I have 2 bookshelves full of cards that Mademoiselle Gay brought to me when she drove Fluffy up from down south. Thank you very much, Gay. So they're all dusted off and unpacked, and I'm reacquainting myself with them. And I'm feeling cards these days. I've never been a huge card reader, really. Somebody is doing, oh, do you guys know my friend Amanda Hill? She's doing, I think, for if anybody who's watching on the replay, because anybody who's live here with me, you are skilled in spades with this kind of activity. But if you need to learn how to use cards in terms of doing intuitive readings for yourself or others, or working with your intuition, Amanda Hill has a workshop coming up. Just wanted to let you know. You all are very skilled. You're all very skilled with this. So I'm reading some of the feed here, and mostly what it looks like here is everybody seeing me on the book that is face, and I think you're seeing me. Let me know where you guys are catching me. Are you catching me on Soulful Connections, or are you catching me on Love Evolve Energy Facebook? Let me know. I'd be curious, just so I know how to plan in the future. So I will be going up live in a couple of weeks. We'll see. There's been some health issues with my host, so we'll see how it goes. Um, but in the Divine I Am, Lisa Huber's group, I will be up on a Friday night mission. I believe the nights, they slay me, people. They slay me. I might have to play music. I might have to do a thing. But I'll be going up on her group, within her group, getting back into the gallery style intuitive readings. I really needed to back away from that for quite a while. Most of you know. Okay, Caradwin, thanks. So I'm back, and that will be unrolling. It is soon to be cookie season. Baking season. We've already begun. I'm staying at Mama's house. Becky has visited, so she knows. Uh, and the whole kitchen turns into a bakery. There's flour and sugar and grit everywhere, which is why my mother has not replaced her floors in the kitchen yet, because you kind of, if you're baking, you kind of don't want good floors because you have to cover them. Anyway. I may end up sharing that on one of my feeds. Anyway, you can see upstairs there all the written, or down below if you catch me on the tube that is you. Let's see if I can change. Can I edit that midstream? Maybe I can. Can I edit? I don't think I can. I'm trying to edit stuff midstream so that I'm going. No. I don't know how. Ooh. All right. No, I was going to edit midstream. Going live in the wrong place, but that's okay. I can share it to the other place later on. All right. So I've done enough chatty chat for about 15 minutes, which is usually what I need for people to arrive and get warmed up, and just me to check all my tech and just to feel the feels. Hey, Deanna. Hi, guys. How are you, my sweet? I feel like I have my Earth Mama fan club here. It's crazy. Because really, as I speak about this, the Earth Mamas are typically not the people who need this class. Can I just say that? Isn't that interesting? This is something that will be hugely beneficial for Earth signs. Fire signs. Water signs are a little bit closer to the earth, so it tickles me that I've got all my earth mamas here, or people that have like a big amount of Mama Gaia energy in them. So how shall we roll here? There's a part of me that wants to read. Usually I start with a little bit of vibing and intuitive messaging, and then I cut to the chase and I start reading from my notes. I might switch that up today, which is a water sign thing to do. I'm water, fire, fire, actually. Water, Leo, Leo, rising moon. So interesting. I met somebody this week who is the same. Can you believe that? How many times does that happen in a lifetime? Oh. So let's get in. I do want to switch it up. I know how earth signs are. My entire birth family is earth signs. I'm the only water. So I was very protected is one way of saying it. Let's look at the wisdom processes as we move into this, and as we do the energy session on Wednesday night. I don't review this very much. I presuppose that you have listened to this, or you have read some of the things about it, which has most of this info in it. Before we go in, because it ends up being an intense session. On the Wednesday night session, we start with a little hi, how are ya? And then we do guided meditation where we just prep ourselves for the energy session. So the energy session, which is the second half of the Wednesday night event, has two things happening there. On the one hand, it's a group energy session. We meet on Zoom, a group energy session. And by the way, and some people here can attest to this, if you want to be specifically a part of the group energy session, but for whatever reason are unable to attend, that's fine. Sign up, put your name in the bowl, and the energy work will be done with you as a part of the group. And then you'll get the full replay of the Zoom session. Everybody who attends will, and everybody who signs up will. So whether you're in attendance or not, will be on the receiving end of that. And then you can see what happened, and you've probably will have had an experience receiving and feeling it. And then there's another thing that happens when you move through the session with me. So what I do after the guided meditation, which calls in the directions, and we move all the way from Tao, from source energy, the Elohim, through the dragons, the Dakini energy, which is a lot of what I talk about on Sunday nights, and then down into our soul star level, then into the human, and then earth, Gaia and earth elemental levels to anchor it. And so we go through each direction in terms of that, and then we just surrender and begin to get the flavor, the scent, and the taste of that element. So we'll get the scent and the taste of earth. So let's talk about the positive qualities. If you scroll up and you read the thing that's up there, the thing that's up there, how specific is that? If you read the written, you can see there's a wisdom qualities. And so within the Dakini practice, though I've practiced, I haven't been trained to teach it. I just want to be clear about that. It's something I'm heavily practiced in, but I haven't been through the training programs. There are training programs with a Miss Sultram Alioni, who's based in Colorado, as she does a Dakini meditation practice, the 5 fierce wisdom Dakinis, which is what I work with, particularly Wednesday night. She also does a Feeding the Demons program. I keep getting the nudge to do it sooner rather than later. It's a way of approaching shadow work where you feel and you dialogue and you integrate in light those aspects through feeding the demons or the dragons or the encumbered patterns, really. It's a beautiful, beautiful shadow work kind of practice. It's not something that I do offer as yet, but perhaps it's something I do for myself. So perhaps I'll do a group. If somebody or people are interested in this, let me know here in the feed or private message me. I also am going to do another meditation. Not really a workshop. We did a meditation day long in the Sense Gates, which was amazeballs. I so deeply enjoyed it, and everybody who attended was so dedicated, and I so deeply, deeply appreciate that. So I'm gonna focus on, I think I'm gonna start in October. I'll start talking about it next week or maybe this weekend. We'll see. Where are we? Yeah, we're Sunday, this coming week or the weekend after. I want to start mid-October and just 4 weeks go to mid-November, because after that we have holidays, everybody. Focusing on concentration. Concentration practices lead you into bliss states, which everybody is interested in. Everybody loves this. So there's a particular book that I work with. Lee Brassington has a book called the Jhanas. I can't remember exactly what it's called. So it'll be like um, um, a book club in that we will be going through the book, one or two chapters every week, and then the big deal is actually implementing the practices. Anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know. Let's get back to what we're talking about here. Earth. As I begin to speak about these things, and as you see some of the writing above, this is from the Dakini practice, where we talk about encumbered states of the element that get expressed through us. For in essence, we are the Dakini. Ratna Dakini is with the element of earth, and she is a golden yellow, like honey, yellow, early autumn, that kind of richness. Sometimes the forest, the woods begin to crumble and get wet, and it's that kind of early autumn smell, that scent. Everybody knows that scent. It's so beautiful. And when the sun sets and the whole sky is golden, and if you live in Colorado or someplace where there are a lot of aspens, the air itself looks golden. It's amazing. If I have pictures, maybe I'll post them somewhere. So let's go into the wisdom aspect since we have so many Earth Mamas here. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. The wisdom patterns of Earth's expression as they may arise in your life could show up as an enriching presence that you're experiencing or you are expressing. Incredible calmness and stability, richness, potentiality, this whole feeling and vibe of potential for growth, for expansion. That feeling of overwhelming goodness or love, you know how that brings tears to your eyes, that overwhelming experience of a full heart? That is Earth expressing. In the way that an angel, when it comes close, it almost is overwhelming, that kind of overwhelming beauty, generosity as a gift, not encumbered, an open generosity, a deep appreciation, complete lack of judgment, where everything has value, though different and appreciated, deeply appreciated. Everything has value, a kind of radical acceptance. The symbol that goes along with this Ratna Dakini and this personality type, with the rich colors, maybe bold statement pieces, always very tasteful, but very noticeable, moving as a presence that you cannot deny into a space. When this innate richness is felt in the heart, in the life, when it's felt within, it allows that desperation to stop. It allows grasping to stop. Scarcity and lack dissolves in that radical acceptance of that richness. That itself is the wish fulfilling jewel. That is the symbol associated with Ratna Dakini. The wish fulfilling jewel is that deep, generous appreciation. Equanimity, equality, unshakable sureness, and warmth. Trusting in the earth. Fullness of joy, fullness in life. very settled, like a forest, settled but rich with potential. The encouragement is just simply pause, stop, rest, feel the groundedness, the roundedness, and earth and perfection of all things, moving through this magnanimous presence, this largesse presence, trust, enjoyment, fulfillment, generosity oozing out of somebody's pores. You know those people, and you know when you feel that. There's also this sparkly quality to the wisdom aspect, that golden sparkle. I kind of want to call it a mischief, but it's more of a magic, that potentiality, the possibility, because when it's all things are indeed possible. Oh, beautiful. Yes. She experiences dragons as angelic earth beings. Yes. Magic. Think magic, magical. When you're with somebody that embodies all these qualities, it's as if anything could happen at any moment. Anything could manifest. Anything could arise. It's that rich in potential. So let's move into, as you might imagine, some of the encumbered patterns with this. And it very much has to do with the opposite of that great playful belly laugh and trust and magic. It's the opposite. It is scarcity mentality, that mental tightness and fear that leads to hoarding, that leads to grasping endlessly, but it's never enough, ever enough. Let's read a little bit about this. Arrogance and pride is the layer that goes on top of that, because it really, underneath that, is that deep ungroundedness and lack of trust, fear and scarcity that gives this defensiveness of arrogance and pride. When you lack that trust of the earth, of the value innate in yourself, you don't feel solidity, you don't feel any support. Deep scarcity mentality leading to hoarding and greed, 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 greed. The need to overinflate because you're not feeling like enough with the things as they are, and you're wanting to be seen in the center of things so that others can tell you, because you cannot feed yourself this innate goodness, the innate richness. It's messy, heavy, dense, overpowering, domineering, like a mudslide, like woof, thick with mud, suffocation, suffocating, smother love, crushing, invasive, barreling through boundaries, overflowing with large, loud, harsh brashness, guzzling, hoarding, because it can't be fed. And so it's an endless, it's again, like I had said before with another, this hungry ghost idea, this scarcity mentality, where it just keeps feeding, but there's never enough, ever enough. Corporate greed is an example of this. No matter how rich, it's never rich enough. bottomless pit, hungry ghost archetype. Peace will come. The belief is that peace will come with enough compulsive consumption or enough compulsive self-inflation or hoarding or grasping. But all of this only leads to collapse in on itself. We all know about this. We all know about these two things. And can I tell you, every time, every week I move into this, into a new, it's every 2 weeks that I move into a new dakini, into a new energy. I move through these things in my life. I'm looking so much at the green abundance in my life and where I stop myself, where I have patterns of fear and lack of trust. And how do I dance with trust? How do I dance with safety? Safety dance? Oh my God, I need to post that here. The safety dance. Did anybody else grow up in the 80s? Did anybody else go to clubs? 80s, early 90s safety dance? And what it does is it squeezes off the capacity to receive. Because you're constantly, it's not open. There's a block there, and so you're constantly trying to move through that block, but you end up reaching or over it or around it with a grasping hand, trying to reach out in desperation for whatever you can, making enough noise so that you can get what you truly need, which is for that wall to fall, for you to surrender and lean back into your breath, lean back into being held by Gaia, by Earth. Just touch your body. Feel the stability of your thighs, your knees, your legs, your feet, your body itself. I am here. This is here. It reminds me of a story from Buddhism when, on the night that Siddhartha Gautama, or Sid, as we know him, or the Buddha, as he was, which simply means awake, the awake one after his awakening, when he, with strong resolve, sat to really see the truth on an all-night vigil, different things came to him. One thing that came to him was Mara, which is a mass, a consciousness of doubt and density and negativity and thickness. For the rest of his life, he had a conversation with this aspect of himself, which he saw as an aspect. And when it threw doubt at him, when he had resolved to stay until he reached through, to the other side, what did he do? What was his proof that he could do this? What right did he have? His response was to simply touch the earth itself. He touched the earth and said, I am here. I exist. If that is not deep trust, when the winds are raging around you, moving into that deep trust of Gaia, of the earth, is enough. Simply touch and surrender. And the story goes, Mara backed away. This fell out. An oak leaf, if anybody needed that as a symbol. So that's what we're moving through, people. That's what we're moving through. That's what we're moving through. So if any of this resonated with you, if you need more of the wish fulfilling jewel innate to you, the surrender to trust in your life, join us Wednesday night. If you are in scarcity mentality and you have deep unconscious patterns of this and simply do not know another way, but you see them manifesting over and over again, you hoard. Your closet is packed full of clothes that you never wear. You have 2 shelves full of Tupperware. I'm talking about myself here. You have 20 recycled sippy cups from all the different places you get coffee. You can let them go. You can let all of that go, be recycled to other people and other places, and simply trust more will be there. If this is you, join us Wednesday. Join us Wednesday, and we'll move and shift some of these blocks the best we can. We don't push, we don't force. We belly laugh and we trust and we let go as much as can be let go of. Oh, Mandy, Mandy, Mandy. What time is it for you, my love? You're on the other side of the planet, my sweet. All my earth mamas, they keep coming, they keep coming. Hi, Alicia. Right? There's nothing like 2020 and 2021 to really exacerbate encumbered earth patterns within us, to bring us into fearfulness, to bring us into scarcity mindset, which is a lie, so that we hoard it all. Tain't true. It's not true. I am here. I touch the earth. I touch the earth that is my body. In my heart, I breathe. I am. And that is all. That is what we're moving through. I want to see what else is happening here in the feed. Hello, Lauren Riley. Thank you for joining. So this is what we'll be moving into in our group energy session. If you miss some of the chat, if you, after this is over, rewind and go to the beginning where I talk more about what the Wednesday night will be and breaking down what we go through. In brief, we meet privately on Zoom for the group, and whether you can be there or not, if you sign up, you're in the group and you're receiving directly the energy. I talk through the session. So as I'm talking through, you're receiving the energy work, but it's also a teaching. That's what I forgot to mention, so that you can practice on yourself. So some of the techniques, or simply lay back and receive them, or begin to use them. So it's double duty in a way. As I do it with you on the group, you can begin to do that on yourself, not on the group, please, simply working on yourself. If you, for whatever reason, are unable to attend but want to see the fullness of this, at the after, towards the end, we all chat. Everybody has an opportunity to share. We learn new insights, etc., etc. If you've registered for Wednesday night, then you will get the full replay sent to you. Whether you attend that time or unable to, if you're part of the group, if you've registered, you're part of the group, you will receive it and you will receive the replay. Eventually, it goes up on my Podius site, not the whole thing. I do a cut and splice of the guided meditation and a cut and splice of the energy session, but none of the chat. So that's private within our group. That's private within us. So that's what's happening Wednesday. I love that you all respond as I'm talking about things. I love that you all engage if there's anything I can answer for you now. Yes. So, I usually only want to go about an hour here, and we're just about quarter of. Oh, thank you, Mandy. So, if there are no questions, I'm going to end it here tonight, trusting that you've all received the unpacking that I've done. Most of what I talked about here is also written either above or below, depending on what platform you're watching this on. So you may be able to read along or see some of that there. You may see yourself in some of these explorations. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. May you rest in abundance. May you learn to trust and surrender to your deep inner knowing, your deep inner guidance. Oh, Alicia, travel safely, travel well. If you really want in, sign up for the thing. I'll give you the energy work. You'll be a part of the group that I do energy work on, even though you're not in attendance. And then you'll get the replay of it directly to your inbox. Okay, everybody, have a beautiful night. I hope that you enjoyed my green background and the flow. So this all happens Wednesday night, just so you know. The link is above if you want to sign up. Another thing I didn't mention at the beginning, but I want to sneak it in right now. Next Sunday night, I'm back up here, only I'm going to be doing it Zoom. We're going to be doing some ecstatic dance, all the elements, ether, air, fire, water, earth. We're going to be moving through ecstatic movement. I'm going to do it via Zoom, live streaming it to, I guess, Facebook. So I guess it's going to be a replay on the tube that is you. And that's free of charge. That's it. What I suspect it's going to be an hour and 15, hour and a half session. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for it. I don't know what the background's going to be. It's going to be really interesting. And if you want to move to the different elements and really feel them, because they are all your building blocks for yourself, your personality, as well as your body. If you want to move through them, through movement and breath, join us next Sunday at the same time. I think we're going to do it at the same time. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. It's going to be a blast. I'm so excited. All right. I could keep hanging out, but I will catch some of these links. Some of these comments later on. I'm going to go fill my belly with water and fruit. Ooh, apples and almond butter. Yum. Yes. All right. May Ratna, the fierce, wise feminine of Ratna Dakini, be with you in blessings. May she be with you in blessings. May you all enjoy your dance with safety and surrender. So much love, everybody. So much love. I'm going to play a little bit of an outro because it was just so good. It's going to be the counter, and then I'm going to leave. All right, my sweets. Mwah. So good to see all you Earth Mamas. I'll see you Wednesday night.